right, which way Nigeria is turning to? Definitely, I want to tell you it is turning towards the digital way. If we look at it, the world has become a kind of global village. So everything has been digitalized. Gone are those days when you have to stay on a long queue inside the bank before you can make transactions. Gone are those days when you have to stand inside the sun on a queue because you want to buy admission form. Gone are those days when we have a long queue at the ATM stand. Everything is becoming digital. Even looking at the radio, gone are those days when you have to start buying big radio. Even on your smartphone, you have a radio there with you. You want to communicate with people outside or within the country, very far or wide, it is very, very easier. The reason is very, very simple, just because the world has become digital. Even apart from that, let's look at it from the aspect of earning. We now have different platforms where you as a person can even earn as a young professional, even as a youth, without having to go through too much stress as a person. Let's look at the academic sector as well. People are not having online classes. People are having a lot of values they are deriving online. So what am I saying is the world has become digital. So if you are saying which way in Nigeria, I will give you the answer. It is the digital way.
Some people now have everything, while many, many have nothing. Let's save Nigeria, so Nigeria won't fall. Which way
Nigeria, which way in Nigeria? I've given you the answer. For this episode, it is the digital way. So like I said, we are looking at some digital skills that you as a youth needed, that you will need, in this current dispensation, in this current age. Alright, to start with, I will firstly look at, the first thing is the basic digital literacy skills. The basic digital literacy skill. Meaning there are some skills that they are basic, that you as a person you need to have. You know, at times I'll be talking to some people, I'll be like, can you quickly type a document? The person will say, no, I don't even know how to operate computer. We even have it among some of our youths today. So, to start with, I will start with the normal desktop publishing. I think life should start from there. The digital life should start from there. Meaning as a youth or as a young professional, if there is anything you want to do today, at least desktop publishing, the normal desktop publishing, how to normal save your folder, how to name your folder, how to search for documents on your computer, how to type. And I want to tell you this. Let's look at the employment world today as a youth. Only few companies will employ you if you don't have the basic computer knowledge. Even to do security job now, you need basic computer knowledge. There are some security doors now, you have to program it before you can open it. So the world is becoming digital. Even to become just a security now, I won't even put just, because security is not just. They are saving life and they are saving property. So it is not just. It is a very, very prestigious profession. So even to become a security personnel today, you need a digital skill. And so I want to tell you this, that to start with the basic computer literacy, starting from your desktop and publishing, how to use your Microsoft Word, Excel, how to look for file on computer, how to save your document, how to do this. Those are very, very essential to start with. Even if you don't know anything at all, you must know how to do that. So for those of you who are in school, I want to encourage you, you can devote your weekend to acquire some of these skills.
The people we shall find their ways, and the meek will inherit the world. Let's save Nigeria.
Alright, apart from that, I will talk about even, let's look at using your phone. Yes, some people will be like, okay, they have smartphone. I was talking with someone, they don't even know how to open email. As a youth, it is very, very wrong in this generation. If you are hearing the sound of my voice and you are guilty of this, I want to tell you, pick up your phone now. If you are a youth, if you are a young professional and you are here, someone will be like, even to create email, some people to send mail, they'll be asking, okay, how will I send email? At your age, even if you're a secondary school student, these are some of the basic things that you need to understand first. So please, let's looking at it, which way Nigeria, like I said, it is the digital way. Okay, to continue, I will talk about the communication and collaborative skills. Looking at some digital skills that you as a person supposed to have. Let's also look at it. Apart from the aspect of sending email, communication, the basics of computing that you as a young professional or as a youth need to have. I also talk about the video conferencing. Video conferencing. Now some of us thank God WhatsApp have made it easier. We can easily go on WhatsApp, make video call, make video chats, and so on. That is very, very fine. But I also tell you this, how to use the likes of Zoom, the likes of Microsoft Teams. Because there are times you want to go for job employment and your employers may be like, we are going on Zoom. I've met with some people like that before and they be like, Zoom. And you are a youth in this current age. Some people want to host or have classes with you, like tutorials, online classes. Learn how to use some of these things for video conferencing, for video webinar, the use of Zoom, the likes of Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Google, what do we call it? Google Team and the likes. So learn how to use some of those things. Then apart from that, I will also talk about social media management. Social media management. Some youth today, all they do for living is to help people to manage their social media platform. This is GOTS 104.9 FM. We have a set of young professionals who are even managing our social media platform. For example, our Facebook page is being managed by some youths, by some young professionals, by some young adults. Our Facebook, our WhatsApp, talk about our YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. These are some of the skills you can also learn as a person. Apart from social media management, I will also talk about search engine optimization. We call it SEO. SEO. So it's also one of the digital skills that you also need to acquire as a youth. What is SEO? We get there as we proceed on the digital literacy series that we just start today. Then apart from that, let's talk about digital content creation. Digital content creation as a youth is also another skill, a fast selling skills that you need to acquire.
Which way Nigeria? Which way Nigeria? Tell me which way to go. I love my fatherland. Oh yeah.
All right, I'm talking about the SEO, search engine optimization. Have you ever gone on Google to start with? For example, you go on Google or on any of the social or on any of the search engines and you made an inquiry. For example, as a student, you are writing projects and you type your project topics just to search for materials, and you discover that Google will even give some document preference above some. Yes, most of the time that is being caused by traffic. But one of the things that will help you generate content for your traffic, for example, you are publishing a project online, you are writing a paper, a seminar paper, or just an article, and you want to publish it online, one of the things that will help you to go viral is your SEO, which is the search engine optimization. How do we achieve this? How do we go about search engine optimization? Just stay tuned on other episodes. If time permits, we get there. We will not talk about that today. But I'm just telling you, for those of you who are looking for some digital skills that you can easily monetize, that you can also be doing as a side hustle, go and learn search engine optimization, SEO. Oh yes, I love my fatherland, but not more than myself. I love myself more. That's just the truth. Then I want to tell you another skill that you need to understand how to use very well. Is what is trending now. We call it artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence. We have AI now here and there. Understanding how to master it and how to use it for your own profit and not to your own peril. AI, artificial intelligence. Our conversation next week will be basically on artificial intelligence. For those of us who will be joining the conversation next week, and for those who are following us now, stay tuned. Next week we'll be talking more on the use of artificial intelligence. Although there are some basic ones that we have around you. For example, if you're on WhatsApp, you have your Meta AI. You can also use it to your own advantage. I remember that should be last week or last week, 2 weekends ago, I think. A youth called me that, okay, water pour on my laptop, this and that. And I told him, okay, do this, do that. Then I'm trying to send her a picture. I'm trying to describe something for her. Open your laptop this way, turn it this way, and position it this way. Then before you bring it for the repair. And she was like, she don't understand. I just picked up my phone and went to the Meta AI. And I used the prompt, just give me a laptop that is turned upside down. And the picture was brought to me and I sent it to her. What am I saying? For those of you who have been following some of our content, you observe artificial intelligence can be of help, provided you know how to use it to your own advantage. So you can go and learn how to use the generative AI. That's what I mean. The generative AIs. We have a lot of them, ChatGPT, the Grok, Meta AI, and so on and so forth. There are so many, and there is a lot of things you can do with them. Join us next week Friday for more discussion on artificial intelligence.
Remember that a simple step is the beginning of a million.
Remember that a single step is the beginning of a million miles. Then there are still some skills that is fast selling that you as a youth can learn today. You can make it either your main hustle or your side hustle. I will talk about the use of graphics design. What is graphics? The art of communicating with what images, either motion or still graphics. So what I'm saying is, if you're looking for digital skills you want to learn, you can also learn how to create graphics design, either motion graphics or still graphics. You can use the thank God we have the likes of Canva now, which you can easily download on your phone. We have the likes of Pixel Lab as a youth. You can make a good use of it. Corel Draw, Illustrator, Photoshop, Lightroom, and so on. These are some of the tools you can quickly lay your hand on, even with your phone, to create some simple graphics. And let me tell you this: some people are making just graphics as low as 5,000 naira. Some are selling and some are doing well. And I know people who are creating logo. For example, look at some company like, let's look at Coca-Cola. Somebody created a logo. I remembered Nike. The girl that designed that Nike, the mark, go and check how much the girl was paid just for that logo. Go and check how much was paid for the person that designed Adidas logo. I'm not advertising them. I'm just telling you this. You can go and make research on your own. Graphic design is also a very fast selling skill, provided you know how to market yourself. Which way Nigeria is heading to? We are still talking about the digital way. I will also talk about data analysis. When we are looking at some skills that you also need to understand this day, data analysis. Then I will also mention data science. These are some of the skills that you as a youth you can quickly learn. Those are some of the skills you can quickly lay your hand on as a youth. Data analysis, data science. You can easily develop yourself on these skills, and with it you can easily find a way for yourself to compete in the digital economy.
Yes, I want to know which way Nigeria is heading to.
Still on the topic and still on the subject of some skills that you as a youth need to learn, looking at the current age, I will talk about ghost writing, ghost writing, GHOST, like writing as a ghost. Yeah, this is also a very, very fast selling skill. What is ghost writing and how does it work? I know that some of you can write. Yes. If they give you a topic, you can easily write article, you can write poems. So ghost writing, this is not about shit. Some people want to write but they don't have the time, some don't have the knowledge, but they have the resources. You as a youth can develop a passion, you can develop a niche in this aspect of ghost writing. I will write for you and you will pay me for it. That's all. For example, you want to write a book and you don't have the time or you don't have the idea, everything, but I have the idea. You pay me. How many pages of book are you writing? I will write for you. It is called ghost writing. The book will be in your name, but I will do the writing for you and you pay me for it. So some people are doing ghost writing and they are making it big. So if you have a talent of writing, you can write articles, you can write books, you can write speeches. Why not monetize your skill? And this won't even affect your daily hustle as a youth. So you can tell people, okay, I write, and they pay you. I know a good number of youths who are doing that. And the beauty in this is, in ghostwriting, you charge per page. You charge per page. For example, okay, a page, if I'm writing for you, a page of, let's say, about 1,000 words, or a page of about 500 words, I will charge you 1,000 naira. Some people charge 10,000 naira, depending on the client. Understand this, know this, and know this.
Let's save Nigeria, so Nigeria won't die.
To join the conversation on Youth Pulse this afternoon, you have also one or two skills you want to recommend for youth to learn. You can call us on 070 0000 1049. I come again, 070 0000 1049. In case you have a suggestion, you have an idea you want to recommend, you have an advice for youth on the use of this digital literacy, you can join the conversation calling the studio line. Then to continue, I will talk about video editing and videography. That is another fast selling skills that is really trending today. In Nigeria, we know a good number of video journalists or sport journalists or photojournalists who are doing well today just because they master the art of what? Photography and videography. And the beautiful aspect of this, let me bust your brain with it. And the fact is, looking at it today now, photography have gone beyond the need of, oh, I need to buy a big camera. Some phone camera today, the camera of some phone, I mean, is even sharp than some digital camera that some people are using. For example, you are using the likes of iPhone, you are using the likes of Samsung, even some Techno. I saw one Infinix with one of our staff which day, and I tried to take a picture with it. I was so surprised with the type of details that the camera gave me. So you can go into mobile photography instead of saying, I want to go into photography. I don't have money for camera. Start from somewhere. I know of people today, they are into mobile photography. That's your iPhone. And the beautiful aspect of it, I've created designs, I've done jobs. Even there are frames I've done for people that just with the use of pictures I snapped on phone. So what I'm telling you is what? You can go into mobile photography, you can learn photography, you can learn videography, even video editing. So what I'm saying is, as a youth, these are some of the skills you can develop yourself on.
Remember that a simple step is the beginning of a million miles. Let's start right now to repeat ourselves so as to make the country smile. Let's save Nigeria so Nigeria won't die.
Alright, so let's save Nigeria, let's save our economy. Also save your own economy, save your own pocket. That's what I'm talking about. How can you be useful for yourself? How can you make yourself relevant in the current digital world that we are tilting towards? I also talk about another skill that you also need to understand. I call it freelancing. Freelancing. You don't need to go into fraud before you start earning in dollars. Like I said, you don't need to what? Go into fraud before you start earning in dollars. There are many freelance websites over there. There are many freelance platforms out there where you as a youth, you can easily kind of engage yourself. Some people are writers, some people are graphics designer. The challenge is looking at the economy today. As a digital personnel that I am as well, I've discovered that most Nigerians don't pay well for digital skills. I'm not shading Nigerians, but that's just the truth. For example, you will see some Nigerians, highest some will want to pay you for flyer, they will tell you 5,000. If you charge somebody 10,000 naira for flyer, they'll be like, what? So why not go into freelancing? I will just give you some platforms where you as a youth, for example, we have Fiverr, we have Upwork, and so on. You can easily create a platform you can create an account for yourself on some of those platforms where you market your skills. You are a writer. Why not write as a freelancer? Why not do freelance writing? Some of you want to work as virtual assistants. Why not look at some of those platforms? Get a job as a virtual assistant. Freelance, you work from your home, just with your laptop, with your phone. This is not about Yahoo. This is not about hacking. This is not about fraud. So ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot of the skills that you as a person can lay your hand on. I've talked about artificial intelligence, machine learning, graphics design, web design, data analysis, search engine optimization, copywriting, ghostwriting, videography, cloud computing, and I've talked about ghostwriting, I've talked about freelancing as well. So there is much more to it. We continue on this subject of digital literacy for youth during our next episode. So till we meet again next week Friday by 2 p.m. on Youth Pulse, I want to say keep on exploring, keep on learning, keep on relearning, and keep on unlearning. I remain your host, your friend, and the mouthpiece of the youth on GOTS 104.9 FM, Festus, Adetutu, Adelaja. I say bye-bye.